Good morning, everybody. Today should be Tuesday. This is our book that we're going to read today for Tuesday, our second day of learning. I'm going to read this book. I'm going to have you follow up with a writing activity. And then after I read my book, I have some Easter eggs here in my Easter egg basket. And inside of each of these eggs is each one of your names. So after I read my story, I'm going to pick an egg, a random egg, and I'm going to open it and see whose name is on it. And I'll let you know who it is. I'm going to write it down, and when we go back to school, I'm going to have a little treat waiting for you. Okay, so you have to stay and listen for the whole story. I'll do this every day after I read my story, okay? All right, so the story we're going to read today is called The Rain Came Down. And I know since I have my screen is backwards, the words look backwards to you. So I'll just read the words. Don't worry about reading the words since they're looking backwards, but you can still look at the pictures. And I want you to make some predictions about what you think this story is going to be about. See a kid, and I see a cat and a chicken. And by the way, the author is David Shannon. He's one of our favorite authors. He wrote all the David books, which I know you guys love those books. You might see some similarities in the illustrations. David Shannon is also the illustrator. So I want you to think about, do you like the rain? How does the rain make you feel? The rain came down. On Saturday morning, the rain came down. It made the chickens squawk. The cat yowled at the chicken, and the dog barked at the cat. And still, the rain came down. The man yelled at the dog and woke up the baby. "Stop all that yelling," shouted the man's wife. The dog barked louder, and still the rain came down. A policeman heard the noise and stopped to see what was wrong. His car was blocking traffic, and half a block away, a woman squirmed in the back of a taxi. "Hurry up, or I'll miss my plane," she told the taxi driver. She started honking his horn. The truck driver in front of him got mad and started honking back. "I have tomatoes to deliver," he shouted. Seems like our characters are not very happy that it's raining. The ice cream man heard the honking and turned up the music on his van. Jingle-a-jingle went his music, slap-a-slap went his windshield wipers, and still the rain came down. I heard 2 onomatopoeias on that page. Did you hear them? Let me tell you again. Jingle-a-jingle went his music, slap-a-slap went his windshield wipers. So an onomatopoeia, remember those are words that are making sounds in a story. So think about what a windshield wiper sounds like. Does it sound like slap-a-slap? The owner of the beauty parlor came out to see what all the fuss was about. She bumped into the barber coming out of his barber shop, so they began to argue. Up on his ladder, the painter grumbled. "I can't paint in the rain." He started to climb down and bonked the barber in his head with his can of paint. Now all 3 of them were arguing. Next, the baker stepped out of his bakery. "My roof is leaking and my cakes are getting wet," he moaned. He opened his umbrella and poked the pizza man in the nose, so they joined in the bickering too. A boy ran by chasing a small boat down the stream in the gutter. He splashed a little girl and she began to cry, and still the rain came down. The grocery man stomped out onto the sidewalk and yelled, "Where is that delivery truck? I need my tomatoes." He ran into a lady coming out of the clothing store and knocked her boxes into his fruit stand. Oranges, apples, and lemons bounced down the sidewalk, and still the rain came down. The policeman walked back to his car. "What is all this ruckus about?" he asked. The whole block was honking, yelling, bickering, and barking. And then, what do you think happens next? The rain stopped. I wonder how that will change everybody's feelings or change their attitudes. And so did the noise. The sun came out and the air smelled fresh and sweet. Everything shimmered and a rainbow stretched across the rooftops. "It's much too nice a day to be arguing," said the baker. "I have cakes to bake and I have pizzas to make," said the pizza man. "I could use a shave while my building dries," said the painter to the barber. Then they went inside. The policeman said, "Everything looks A-OK here," and he drove off in his car. The woman in the taxi decided she had time to have her hair done before her trip, and she went into the beauty parlor. So the lady with the boxes got into the taxi and went home. The truck driver told the grocer, "I have your tomatoes." "Wonderful," said the grocer, "but first I have to pick up this fruit." The little girl and boy helped him, so he bought them ice cream cones, and the ice cream man gave them each an extra scoop because it was such a nice day. Then the man and his wife and their baby had a picnic together in their backyard, while the dog, the cat, and the chicken slept in the warm afternoon sun. So think about the predictions that you had at the beginning of the story. Were your predictions correct? And what I would like you to do is, for your writing activity today, I would like you to write in your journal or just on a piece of paper, what is your favorite kind of weather and what is your least favorite kind of weather, and I want you to tell me why. So write me a few sentences. Your favorite kind of weather, tell me why you like that kind of weather, and your least favorite kind of weather. All right, it's time to pick an Easter egg. So let's see whose name gets called first. Okay, I think I have a good one. Okay, green egg. It is Ava. Whoa, so Ava, when we get back to school, I will have something for you. I'm gonna write your name down on my paper so I remember that you get a prize. Thanks for listening, everybody. I'll see you at math time. Bye.